Development communication refers to the use of communication techniques in order to improve life opportunities on the ground.
Development communication is actually come a long way.
Development is not only about poverty reduction, it's also about democratization efforts and helping people to help themselves.
The focus changes in terms of looking at how you can empower people to communicate.
Many of the countries in which development work is undertaken are still relatively young.
The countries that have conducted research in are including Afghanistan, which is where I'm originally from, Pakistan, India, Tajikistan, what's also called post-Soviet republics, and in certain ways some of them are still in conflict. And so as such they become important sites for development communication.
This is a way for us to develop a program that really was to help shape practitioners.
We want to train people so that they have the tools necessary to be able to go into a foreign country and successfully implement development communication projects.
Aside from the core required courses, they will be able to take courses in the School of Public Health or the School of Liberal Arts and specialize in an area that interests them in particular.
But then they go their separate ways and they go off and do a research project. And that research project can be in North Philly or it can be in Mongolia. It really depends on what the professional goals and interests of the student are.
We have a good faculty for this. We have people who work abroad, people who've worked in development for many years.
What we hope to communicate is that people have the cultural sensitivity, the cultural understanding, and hopefully the language skills to really understand these different countries that they're going into.
We were really thinking of people who were probably already practicing in the field of development.
That could be with a study abroad program or the Peace Corps or any of a variety of other ways of getting international experience. We expect some of our students to be international.
You know, if we have 15 students, 15 different countries, we wanted to create something that would be accessible and I think of interest to somebody who thought, you know, in a year I can take a year and I can get this done.
We're equidistant from Washington, D.C. and New York City, where a large number of organizations doing this work are located, and we'll be able to partner with them and have our students partner with them. We
have worked very hard to reach out to NGOs to establish relationships that our students can take advantage of.
The organizations that we'll be partnering with are among the best in the business. So this is a terrific opportunity for anybody to get to work with them.
By the end, they will have packed in 30 credit hours. And through that period, they'll be eating, sleeping, and drinking development communication in a way that's going to be intense, but it's going to be rewarding, it's going to be interesting, and hopefully at the end of the day, they're going to be really excited about what they're doing as they leave the program and go into their professional lives.